let's see. We're in the green room. That's where we're at. We're in the green room. Let me type. Hi, everybody! Exclamation point for emphasis. Hi, everybody. Who's out there? It's a little pre-show meet and greet, hanging out in the green room, chilling out. Hey there, Aaron. It's not easy being. It's not, dude. I'm so nervous. I get so crazy nervous before doing this stuff. Thought I'd turn it on before 8 o'clock just so I could say hi, welcome some people into the room. Who all else is out there tonight watching? Anybody out there in Lyon, France, perhaps, or some other exotic place like Belleville, Illinois? Susan Jaworski in the house. Rochester in the house. Hey, Laura and Dick. I got your song on the request list. Mr. John McGuff in the house. Chambersburg, Pennsylvania, the new music hotspot of southeast Pennsylvania. What county is that? What? Hey, Melanie. Excellent. Betsy, all right. A fellow Bostonian working it tonight. Woohoo. I don't know how to, in this new program, there's got to be a way to like and whatnot on everybody's comments. I don't know how it all works yet, so I'm not going to try to do that. Baltimore is decidedly not exotic. You know, I guess it depends on what part of town you're in. Rochester in the house. Hey there, Laura. Hey there, Dick. I hope I've said hello to everybody that has said hello to me so far. Trying my best. It's new, this technology stuff. Friends, it's crazy. Tonight there's going to be all sorts of technology. Hello, Bailey, Alabama. Right on. We got my buddy Jeff Gaynor put together Elaine's Kitchen going to be happening tonight. Robert in the house. Excellent. Hello, Binghamton, Louis, New York. We got a new theme song. Jeff Gaynor composed the music and played drums, bass, B3 organ, piano. Aaron Sugar put together this amazing opening sequence. It's like a television show. We got Fred here. All right, Michigan in the house. Kent, beautiful. I hope you and Ellie do some dancing tonight. Not gonna happen. I got a song in the set for you too, my friend. Elfreda, representing the great North. Got to keep an eye on the clock here, friends. We're doing the countdown. Wait, I have your volume on. MSB. Why can't I hear you? You can't hear me? Oh boy. I don't know. I got all my mics on. It's almost 8 o'clock, and when 8 o'clock hits, I'm going to turn on the opening theme. Hello, Sarah. Hello, Amber. Hello, Don. Excellent. Oh boy, and it's 8 o'clock. It's time to get things started here with the new theme song and the new theme opening. Thanks to Aaron Sugar and Jeff Gaynor. Check this out, everybody, and then music, live music. Here we go.
All together now, gonna raise our voices, rocking out in every town. We're all together now, singing home to home, yeah, soul to soul. We together now. I'm gonna go out tonight, see if I can't cheer up the world. You've got a lot of nerve spinning around the sun with nothing but rain to offer, nothing but rain and clouds. Everywhere I look around, everywhere I look, man, everybody looks so down. Everybody looks so down. I could just I jumped to the final verse. I'm gonna start over again. I'm gonna go out tonight, see if I can cheer up the world. You've got a lot of nerve, spinning around the sun with nothing but rain to offer, nothing but rain and clouds. Everywhere I look around, everywhere I look, man, everybody looks so down. Everybody looks so down. Okay, I've been sad, maybe I've been bad. Go ahead and sue me, I don't care. I know now it ain't right, blowing out candles, cursing the light, and wasting precious hours that won't be coming back around. Man, it's hard to see straight when everybody looks so down. Everybody looks so down. Everybody looks so down. Well, lately I find myself out walking, kicking around, winding the streets. Lately I find myself just looking right through everyone I meet. Tried our best to paint a good face on this town. It ain't no use lately when you're not around. Everybody just looks so down. If I could have just one wish, you know I'd need just one more. If I could see anything, it'd be your face coming through that door. Then you take me by the hand and we turn right back around, and we head out past where everybody looks so down. 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 I'm gonna go out tonight, see if I can't cheer up the world. Well, everybody, welcome to All Together Now with Greg Klyma. Little slip coming out of the gate there. I was so nervous. This tech stuff makes me nervous, and I wanted to get everything right, and I was thinking so hard about going from the opening thing to sitting down, and I was trying to read the comments, and I saw Fred remark about there being an echo, and I thought I got rid of that, and then somebody put a bunch of hearts up there, and my heart just burst open, and then I screwed up the second verse. And my friend Jim Whitford wrote that song. That's a song that a band called the Pine Dogs put on an album called Mighty Engines of Love sometime around 1996, circa 96, and I love the Pine Dogs so much. 25% of tonight's proceeds are going to go to help a GoFundMe called Band Together Buffalo. Last time I looked was a couple of days ago, and they got a $20,000 goal, and they were sitting at $6,700 and change. And so let's see if we can give them a boost here tonight. And I thought, well, I'll start out with that song by Jim Whitford, Pine Dogs. Everybody looks so down. It felt like the right way to come out of the gate. And since we're in Buffalo right now, and I know there's some folks out there dancing this evening, and I know they love to waltz, so I'll give you something. I never know if these are in 6/8 or 3/4 time, but I know you can waltz to this one about Nelson Henry Baker. It goes like this here. Hey there, Paul. Hey, Father Baker, I wrote you a song. Think about you every time I do wrong. The life that you lived, well, you think that I would. Think about you every time I do good. I was a child, all the grown-ups would say, if you don't act right, we will send you away to a place they don't put up with things that you do. Threat was an orphan home named after you. Now you lived and died years before I was born, helping the needy and serving the poor. Servant of God, your life's work was fulfilled in the church and the hospital you helped to build. Hey, Father Baker, I wrote you a song. I think about you every time I do wrong. The life that you lived, well, you think that I would. Think about you every time I do good. What a long life. What a long life you lived. Such a long life. So much one can give. I cannot go back to my childhood days. Somewhere within me the child remains. Somewhere within the child tries to do right. Oh, but it was the man thinking about you last night. Hey, Father Baker, I wrote you a song. The life that you lived, well, you think that I would. Think about you and try to do good. What a long life. What a long life you lived. Such a long life. So much one can give. Hey, Father Baker. Send that one out to all my Buffalo friends in the house. Right on, John Weber. So that's a song from my Rust Belt Vagabond album. Came out in 2008 when I had been a full-time musician for 10 years. I released that album. And that album and a bunch of my stuff is available on Bandcamp. I got to tell you about Bandcamp as the night goes along. I love directing folks to my Bandcamp page, but I'm going to be asking everybody to wait until tomorrow, because tomorrow Bandcamp is waiving their revenue share. So all us music creators that got stuff on Bandcamp, if you buy stuff tonight, it'll be good. That's cool. I'm not going to stop you. But if you buy stuff tomorrow, make more money from the sale, because tomorrow, May 1st, the Bandcamp people are going to waive their revenue share. That's pretty awesome. So I put together a set list, and I got some requests. So many people. I put the request list up not all that long ago, and a bunch of people chimed in with some really good ones. And my friends Susan and Helen both asked me to play this song from the Never Knew Caroline album. The name of this song is Ex-Girlfriends Cost Less Money Than Ex-Wives. People don't get married for the long haul anymore. First comes love, then comes marriage, then comes the divorce. Thinking about those legal fees, it's enough to give me hives. Ex-girlfriends cost less money than ex-wives. Ex-girlfriends cost less money than ex-wives. Think it over, boys, before your wedding day arrives. You'll spend less dating 5 women than you will losing one bride. Ex-girlfriends cost less money than ex-wives. I have a friend, you know this guy. He said the words I do. 3 years and 2 kids later, well, he just don't do like he used to. She got the house, the kids, and that new truck he used to drive. Ex-girlfriends cost less money than ex-wives. Ex-girlfriends cost less money than ex-wives. Think it over, boys, before your wedding day arrives. You'll spend less dating 10 women than you will losing one bride. Ex-girlfriends cost less money than ex-wives. Seems like everybody's out there just trying to find the one. We all hooking up and settling down instead of just having some fun. Fellas, get to know your ladies before you commit your lives. 'Cause ex-girlfriends cost less money than ex-wives. Ex-girlfriends cost less money than ex-wives. Think it over, boys, before your wedding day arrives. You'll spend less dating 17 women than you will losing one bride. Ex-girlfriends cost less money than ex-wives. Ex-girlfriends cost less money than ex-wives. Send that one out by request to Susan and Helen tonight. When I say I'm sending this song, I don't want to get this established early on in the show. When I say I'm sending this one out, it's because someone very specifically said, hey, could you play me that song? But I want you to know that if you need these songs are for anybody that needs them. I just say Susan and Helen because they very specifically asked for that song. But if that's the song that you needed to hear tonight, that song's for you too. Hey there, Jay. Oh, some of the ones went by too fast. I didn't see them all. I did try to read while it was going by, and I saw Michelle ask about the revenue share, and I think a couple of folks chimed in. Yes, the Bandcamp revenue share thing is a one-day sale that's happening on May 1st. They, Bandcamp, are going to repeat that sale, I think, on the first Friday of June and the first Friday of July, if I understand it right. And you're welcome to go to Bandcamp right now and buy my stuff. I'm not going to stop you. Ooh, there's something about that, too, I got to tell you. Later on tonight, my friend Elaine, who I'll tell you more about over the course of the show here, but my friend Elaine has a small business there in State College, Pennsylvania, Webster's Bookstore and Cafe. They have great fair trade coffee, and Elaine's been a dear friend for 20 years now-ish. Maybe more. So you lose track at some point. Anyway, Elaine has offered very generously to it's sort of like an auction. Bandcamp sends me emails when somebody buys stuff, and this is going to apply to tomorrow's sales, the May 1st sale on Bandcamp. I'm going to have to repeat this a couple of times over the night. I apologize in advance for that. But Bandcamp will send me an email. If you download one song, they'll send me an email that says, woohoo! You know, and if you buy like an album, they'll send me a thing that says cha-ching. If you buy like a few albums, I get an email that says bada boom. So tomorrow, May 1st, the first 3 bada booms that I get, You will also receive, we'll need to get your mailing address and all this stuff, but Elaine at Webster's Bookstore and Cafe is going to send the first 3 bada booms a pound of Webster's Fair Trade coffee, and let me tell you, it's dynamite. Indeed, indeed. Hey there, Mr. Lorenz in the house. Everybody should chime in. There you go. We got some North Carolina. I was just going to ask. Everybody should chime in and say where they're watching from, because I know there's some folks in Greater Boston and there's folks in Buffalo, but now we got Virginia and North Carolina, and I think Illinois is here, and I saw Colorado go by. My friend Michael Eck is watching, and I know my sister and my brother-in-law and the nephews are watching tonight. And a couple of days ago, my cell phone rings. My sister's name comes up on the caller ID. I'm like, oh, my sister, you know, hey, I'm going to answer the phone. It's my sister, you know. And I say hello, expecting my sister. But it wasn't my sister. It was her 5-year-old son, Liam. And Liam, he was telling me that the last time I did one of these live streams, I did not play a particular song that he had hoped to hear. When we all started doing quarantine back in March, my sister, my brother-in-law, my friends Bill Pasalacqua and Mark Stepikoff, my housemate Becky Hall, everybody kind of had some collaboration in this thing called I've Been Everywhere. We took that old Hank Snow, Johnny Cash song and turned it into a song about the coronavirus from the point of view, mostly from the point of view of the coronavirus, you know. And Liam was on the phone there, and he says, Uncle Greg. He doesn't get the R's quite yet. Not Uncle Greg. Uncle Greg, you didn't play. And then he started singing me the chorus of the song. I mean, it's like, I appreciate all the requests. This is great. But the most adorable request award goes to my nephew, Liam. And I'm going to try to get through this wordy thing. I got the lyrics right here in front of me. I'm cheating. Memphis, Chambersburg, PA. Maine is in the house, far out. Northwest Arkansas, cool. Rochester, a few more people from Rochester. That's great. All right, so let me see if I can get through this wordy thing. It starts out with the simple part. I was traveling through market in the city of Wuhan, infecting unsuspecting people there, and then I'd move on. At first I was compared to things like last year's flu, but like the plague and SARS and MERS, I am something new. Some people wonder what it means when I am called a pandemic. I go to where those people are and then I get them sick. I've been everywhere, man. I've been everywhere, man. Who gets me? I don't care, man. I've crossed the ocean, air, man. Trouble I've caused my share, man. I've been everywhere. I've been to China, India, Panama, USA, Iran, Switzerland, Pakistan, UK, Ireland, Vietnam, Poland, the Netherlands, Spain, Korea, Kenya, Candyland, Cuba, Canada, Austria, Germany, Brazil, France, Costa Rica, everywhere in Italy. I've been everywhere, man. I've been everywhere, man. Who gets me? I don't care, man. Cross that ocean, air, man. Trouble I've caused my share, man. I've been everywhere. I've been to coffee shops, laptops, countertops, doorknobs, bus stops, rest stops, truck stops. It's a job. Navy ships, cruise ships, relationships, backseats, save-a-lots, restaurants, old haunts, Wall Street, bar rooms, back rooms, break rooms, newsstands, boardrooms, bedrooms, bathrooms. Wash your hands. I've been everywhere, man. I've been everywhere, man. Who gets me? I don't care, man. I've crossed that ocean, air, man. Trouble I've caused my share, man. I've been everywhere. I've shut down Broadway, matinees, cabarets, airports, bowling alleys, rallies, galleries, college sports, NFL, PGA, NBA, NHL. I'm the only thing that's getting in or out of New Rochelle. Middle schools, high schools, public pools, libraries, extroverts, concerts. That hurts. Pretty scary. I've been everywhere, man. I've been everywhere, man. Who gets me? I don't care, man. I've crossed that ocean, air, man. Trouble I've caused my share, man. I've been everywhere. Now it's strong words, raw nerves, flattened curves, clean mugs, fist bumps, elbow thumps, no chumps, no hugs, quarantine, distancing, keep it clean, bleach wipes, high risk, low risk, listen, this ain't hype. All nations must hasten sanitation, hand soaps, cough into your elbows, stay at home. It's not a hoax. I've been everywhere, man. I've been everywhere, man. Who gets hits me, I don't care, man. I've crossed that ocean air, man. Trouble I've caused my share, man. I've been everywhere. I've been everywhere. Jazz hands. Hot diggity. Far out. Hello, Shannon. You still in Buffalo after all these years or somewhere else? The Mac in the house. Thank you all. Thank you all so very much. So I got some more requests here. My friend Sandy requested this next song. My name is Stan. I'm a man. I have a flat on the east side because that's where it's at. I like to come home in the evening and rest my bones. Maybe talk on the telephone or send out some emails. Facebook.com/Social Klyma. And I like to rest my derriere in my beanbag chair. In my beanbag chair. My favorite hobby is minding my own business. What the other people in my apartment building do in their living room, well, it don't confront me none. I just turn up my stereo machine, slip out of my blue jeans and shake my booty. When I'm not dancing in my underwear, you'll find me sitting in my beanbag chair. In my beanbag chair. All together now. I'm not a complicated guy. I like to keep things simple. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I like to keep things simple. I've had a pretty good life, I guess. Might even say that I've been blessed, 'cause I found ecstasy to which nothing else compares. In my beanbag chair. In my beanbag chair. My name is Stan. Hey Stan, I'm a man. I have a flat on the east side because that's where it's at. That's where his flat is at. I like to come home every evening and rest my bones. Maybe turn on the television, crack open a cold one, and watch the WWE. Every now and then I have to get up to go to the Frigidaire, but then I get right back in my beanbag chair. In my beanbag chair. Here we go again, all together now. I'm not a complicated guy. I like to keep things simple. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I like to keep things simple. I've had a pretty good life, I guess. Might even say that I've been blessed, 'cause I found ecstasy to which nothing else compares. In my beanbag chair. In my beanbag chair. In my beanbag chair. Beanbag chair. Hoo-hoo. Let me see. I see Don's name pop up in the comment section, and it makes me think I got a got a request to play for Don here tonight too. May as well jump right to it. That song there, Beanbag Chair, come up with that. I used to have a weekly gig at a place called the Coffee Bean Cafe, and I got into the habit of making songs up on the spot, and I would ask everybody to give me what should I sing about? And one week somebody said Beanbag Chair, and it became a running joke for a few weeks. I made up like a punk rock Beanbag Chair song, and then I made up like a reggae one or whatever, you know. I just kept doing it every week for a while, making up a new Beanbag Chair song. And then the one day I'm like, my name is Stan. I basically wrote the first verse and chorus live that night and remembered it, took it home and played around with it for the next day or two, and came up with the song we all know now. It feels like forever ago when that happened. Let's see here. Same with this one. I was at the Community College of the Finger Lakes. I went to school for 5 years, got a 2-year degree in liberal arts. And you didn't think I was living the dream, eh? Anyway, I was at that community college there in Canandaigua, New York, Finger Lakes Community College, and I was in my early 20s, maybe, 22, 23 years old, something like that. And that's when I came into my own as a songwriter. At that point, I'd maybe written 100 or so songs, but it was the first time I was living away from home, and I don't know, it's just something about living in a house with 3 other guys, and they were all in a fraternity, and when you're living in a frat house, which is essentially what it was, you hear the word brother all the time. Oh, brother. You hear the word brother, and I got to thinking, I've got a brother. Never had to strip down to my underwear and run around the house backwards 3 times to prove it to him, but, you know, we're pretty tight. And got to thinking about it so much that I came up with this song, and send this one out to my brother Tim, but also by request to Don. Brothers Code, everybody. I've screwed up some, I'll probably screw up some more in the years to come, but I've long since stopped wondering about better things that might have been. Relationships have been good and bad, so I cling to all those good I have. Of those though, but one is best, and it stands alone among the rest. Tonight I raise my voice to proclaim a brother's code. United we understand that divided we'd corrode. Through thick and thin we ride, down through time, side by side. A strong foundation of love and trust, and the ability to adjust. All the others waver or rust. I know sometimes I let you down. I ain't the easiest person to have around, but I won't waste time with that now. Besides, we always seem to work it out somehow. Mistakes get made, promises get broken, and you pass through days with your love unspoken. So I wrote a song to make it known to the world at large and the folks at home. Tonight I raise my voice to proclaim a brother's code. United we understand that divided we'd corrode. Thick and thin we ride, down through time, side by side. A strong foundation of love and trust, the ability to adjust. All the others waver or rust. inside. A strong foundation of love and trust, and the ability to adjust when all the others waver or rust. There's an old one for you. Probably wrote that in 93, 94. I got it in a notebook somewhere at my parents' house in the bottom drawer of a dresser. I know it. There's something that's gone through my mind in the middle of every song for the past 3 songs. And in the middle of the song, I'm like, I need to remember to say that out loud. And then I get to the end of the song and I forget. But then I get into the middle of the next song and I'm like, oh, the thing you're supposed to say. Yeah, say that at the end of this song. Lo and behold, middle of the next song, which is what happened in the last song. I'm like, yeah, the thing, say the thing. Here's the thing. I got a buddy named Neil Eckstein, and I got other friends in the world, Melanie Brule in Toronto, Canada, Ed Croft in Buffalo, New York, and Guy Forsyth down in Austin, Texas. A couple weeks ago, I recorded myself playing Coffee and Weed, and I sent it out to all my friends. And well, Melanie sang harmony on it, and Ed played bass on it, and Guy played musical saw on it. And then I got all that footage to my buddy Neil Eckstein, and a couple of days ago, earlier this week, he sent me a video with all of us playing the song together. I think it sounds pretty cool, and I'm going to debut that video tonight at the end of all this. I'll play some songs, take a little break, introduce you to my friend Elaine, and then I'll come back and play a whole other set of music, and then at the end of that, around 10 o'clock Eastern, 9 o'clock Central Time, I'll debut the Coffee and Weed quarantine video for you. It's going to be fun. I think you're going to dig it. If you like the song, I suspect you like the video that we come up with for it. Man, Elaine, I met Elaine. I was playing a gig in Virginia somewhere, and I lived in Buffalo, New York. At least, that's where I was getting my mail. And I needed to drive home, and I didn't use GPS. I don't even know when that technology started. I didn't use it until like 5 years ago. You don't believe me? Ask my brother, sister, friend Ryan, and a lot of other people. I didn't use the GPS. I used my Rand McNally map, my brain, my remembering where I was the last time I come through here, or I would call people up and ask them for directions. They'd say, well, you're going to drive past the elementary school, you see, and then there'll be a picket fence. At the end of that fence, there's a McDonald's. Go 1 street past that and turn left. If you go down to Long Branch Avenue, you've gone 1 street too far. You want to turn back. Stuff like that. I would write all of that down and follow it to get places. And so I was in Virginia, and I had my Rand McNally, and I was trying to figure out what route am I going to take to get back to Buffalo. And I saw State College there in the middle of Pennsylvania, and I'd heard of State College as a college town and a place that might have gigs, So I thought, well, I'll drive through there. And I did. Parked my van, an 89 Chevy Astro van at the time, and I walked into this one cafe. I said, hey, do you do live music here? And the guy says, we don't, but you might try over at Webster's. So I walk in there, and this is not when I met Elaine. Elaine wasn't there. This guy Jim was there. And Jim, he made Elaine sound really scary. He heard my story, driving from Virginia back to Buffalo, Troubadour, the whole bit. He's like, I'm going to book you a gig. And then he was like, man, Elaine's going to be mad. He made Elaine out to be like, she's just gonna rip this guy up, and I was like, I'm the reason this guy's gonna get torn up, and when I meet Elaine, she's gonna have words with me. I was scared of Elaine before I ever met her. And then I drove to Buffalo. A couple months go by. I'm gonna play the gig. I got to drive back to State College, Pennsylvania. Elaine's there. I'm really nervous. She's the nicest person in the whole wide world. We were fast friends. I think, that Jerry Maguire thing, you had me at hello, like that kind of friendship, right? Like since go, it's been awesome. She's my big sister. And I would play the show, and then we would go see her boyfriend's band, the Cro-Mags, play at the First, and then we'd all go back to the house, and I'd play songs in their kitchen for them. And later on, in a couple of songs from now, we'll recreate a little bit of that. I have the song called New Clothes that Elaine just loves so much. And part of the ritual here is I play new clothes, and then I share new songs. Like, here's something I've written since the last time we hung out in your kitchen, So I'm going to share a new song with you tonight. But right now, let's see what else is on the... Oh, geez. I can't let another minute go by without playing this. Laura and Dick, Rochester in the house. I told you I would play it. I promised. From the Driver album. You don't rock and roll like you used to. You don't rock and roll like you used to. You don't want to do the twist. You got a new dance, it goes like this. Hey Beth, Vermont in the house. You don't rock and roll like you used to. You don't rock and roll like you used to. You don't want to jump and shout. You just want to sit and pout. You don't rock and roll like you used to. You don't rock and roll like you used to. You yell and curse and shake your fist. I'd rather play me a song that'll get me kissed. But you don't rock and roll like you used to. Woohoo! 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 I never did get the whole techno thing. What do it mean if it ain't got that swing? Emo is dark, heavy metal is fast. It might work for some, but I think I'll pass. You don't rock and roll like you used to. Woohoo! You don't rock and roll. Woohoo! I was driving from somewhere in the north to Texas. I know that I wrote that song when I was in Dallas, Texas, and I had a Chuck Berry CD and a Little Richard recording. I was just listening to Chuck Berry and Little Richard. I was listening to, and woo, days driving. It's days to drive through Arkansas, or at least it feels like it. There's days of driving from the Northeast down to Texas, and every now and then when you pop the CD out of the player, like, you know, whatever the current radio was would come on. It's like, man, these folks don't rock and roll like they used to. Voila, got to Dallas, and I was like, hey, speaking of rock and roll, My buddy Isaac asked for a song. Wonder if I should play. I think I'll try playing some harmonica on it. Gotta make sure I got the right one. Wouldn't wanna start going for it on the harmonica and then put the wrong harmonica in there. That'd be bad. That'd be a bad way to do things, I think. I still got a whole bunch of stuff on the request list for later on. We got Chatted Up, got Chatted Up for Mike, Another Town for Paul, Circular World for Melanie, Magruder's Daughter for Alicia. Bunch of other songs. Got Time Does Fly for Travis is on there. Since I played a song called You Don't Rock and Roll, should play a rock and roll song. You know what? If you're gonna play a rock and roll song, friends, you ought to have. It's so much better when you got like dancers right up in the front. You know, it's just so much better when you do it the right way. My dad was a garbage man. My dad was a garbage man. My dad was a garbage man. Held onto a truck, man, it stunk. Walking through your neighborhood picking up cans. Your dad is a sanitation worker. My dad was a garbage man. Mama made him breakfast and dinner. It's an antiquated system, but it worked all right. Had 3 kids and provided for them. My daddy was a garbage man. We never had everything we wanted. Sure enough, had everything we needed. Plenty of stuff that money can't buy. Them that don't believe it ought to give it a try. My dad got a CDL. Finished his career behind the wheel. A lot of stuff changes over 34 years. You triple up them syllables, the meaning disappears. Your dad's an environmental social worker. My dad was a garbage man. It's a job that I respect and words I understand. My daddy was a garbage man. Wait, and the crowd goes wild. Yeah. You people, it's too much. It's too much. No, come on. All right. Yes, that was awesome. Y'all are great. So, dance party indeed. Let me see here. What's on my handy list? I want to remind you that 25% of the proceeds from tonight is going to benefit Band Together Buffalo. They got a modest goal with this GoFundMe, 20 grand. Last time I looked at it, just a couple days ago, it was at $6,700, I think, and $28 or something like that. And so I'd really love to, throw a bunch of money their way and get them up over that $7,000 mark tonight. 25% of all the proceeds in the PayPal and the Venmo I'll put it right before the end of the night. I'll put it right there in the GoFundMe for Band Together Buffalo. Thank you. And thank you, Tom. So I was telling you about my friend Elaine, scary Elaine. Oh boy, so scary. And then we hit it off big, and we've been besties ever since. And I asked Elaine if she would do something for me tonight so that I could take a little intermission at some point, and she said she would. And so I'm gonna get you ready to go into Elaine's kitchen by taking the art with songs first. I'm gonna play a couple of songs that I know. Well, the one that I know she loves, and the other one that is new, in keeping with the tradition of sharing a new song. When I wrote this song, New Clothes, I had a whole bunch of stuff had happened. My grandfather had died. The band that I had fronted for 4 years. I broke it up and I started playing solo. I was 27, 28 years old, and I was about to get in the van and just drive to places and hope that it worked out all right. 20-something years later, doing it a different way right now with the live stream. Gotta tell you, I like it. I like the live streaming a whole lot. Got a piano over here that I'll get to play in the next set. Didn't have to put any of my guitars in a case tonight. And, oh man, I didn't drive anywhere. You know, after all the miles I've driven, the toll it takes on your lower back and the exhaust that I put into the atmosphere, I've got a carbon footprint I'm aware of, you know. I'm kind of happy that I didn't have to drive anywhere tonight. We can all hang out. I dig it. The live stream thing is pretty cool in my opinion. Anyway, the live stream is sort of like putting on some new clothes. I send this one out to my sister-in-law Kim and my friend Elaine, and here we are on our way into Elaine's kitchen. I've been looking for a new direction. Kind of wore out from running around in circles. Feel my soul's in need of a resurrection, but I'm running out of time, so wait for miracles. I've been feeling all alone in this city, and I don't go out much. I haven't been feeling very pretty. I spent a lot of time offering the others help. Got a brand new plan in mind this time. Gonna help myself. Think I might go for a walk this afternoon. Take a ride with no one place in mind. Think it's time for me to buy some new clothes and leave these rags that I've been wearing far behind. I got holes that I just cover up with patches. I got tears a little trickier to mend. I've been stained because I didn't pay attention. I swear I'll never be that careless again. Suits me just fine. Some might say that I've been misfit, but it's not what you wear, it's more about how you wear it. So if I seem stressed out, that's my patience wearing thin. I don't know where I'll go to next, but I think I know where I'll begin. I think I might go for a walk this afternoon. Take a ride with no one place in mind. I think it's time for me to buy some new clothes and leave these rags that I've been wearing far behind. Need a change of style. Show needs something, it sure has been a while. Might not fit me down the road, 'cause I'm still growing, but never trying's more like never knowing. Fact or fiction, the way we wear our lives is strange. And when there's friction, then it's time to make a change. Beauty being skin deep, well, that's half the story at best. No, it doesn't take into account the ways we like to dress. Think I might go for a walk this afternoon. take a ride with no one place in mind. I think it's time for me to buy some new clothes and leave these rags that I've been wearing far behind. I'm gonna leave them far behind. I'm gonna leave them far behind. New clothes. Once upon a time, that was my newest song. Speaking of never trying's more like never knowing. You've probably heard me rag on Spotify a time or two. You know, I haven't hidden it. You know that I don't use it. I don't necessarily appreciate the way they do their business model to kind of pay peanuts. But I've come to understand that a lot of people use it to find music. And in this new era with quarantine and all that stuff, I'm not touring, you know. And if I'm going to reach new audiences, I might need to try some new things. I've been cajoled for years now that I should be using Spotify. I have resisted using Spotify. I know that some of you use it. I know that some of you are on it, and I don't use it, so I don't exactly know how it all works. But I'm of the understanding that you follow people. So I'm going to ask you, if you're using Spotify, please follow me on Spotify. I'm going to try to get my head wrapped around this whole thing and get some music up there. I got a bunch of new music available on Bandcamp, the platform that I promote all the time. That Bandcamp pays me a fair wage for the music I create. I like that about them. But I'm going to try Spotify. If you're using that platform to find music, please follow me, Greg Klyma. However I get found on there, find me, follow me. That would be awesome. Trying a new thing, putting on some new clothes in the 21st century. I'm only 20 years late. I'm gonna play one more song. Been talking about my friend Elaine. I imagine at this point you're all itching to meet her. Gonna see if I do push the right buttons and make this thing happen. But I'm gonna take, like, you know, I'll play another song. I'll play my brand new song. This is something called Take, and then I'll take like a 4.5 minute break. Put another log on the fire, if you know what I mean. I'm gonna put another log on the fire. Anyway, wrote a song. I've written a bunch of songs here in quarantine, and the first 2 weeks that I was home alone, I've been home alone since March 16th, and my housemate won't get back until this weekend on May 3rd, so I will have been home alone for a month and a half, and the first 2-3 weeks of this, I thought to myself, I need to write a song, I got the house to myself, I got to write songs, and then I was like, I got to stop pressuring myself to write songs. I wasn't writing stuff that I liked. I didn't think it was good. I was just writing to write, and that it wasn't getting me anywhere. So I changed my focus, like read a novel, lose to my computer at chess, plant kale. I got little kale plants coming out of the cups. I'm excited about that. Planted some tomato seeds recently. Going to see how that works out. And I've been practicing the piano. I'll show you where I'm at in the next set. But right now, gonna play my newest song. Pretend we're in Elaine's kitchen together, and I just got done playing New Clothes, and she says to me, "What do you got that's new since the last time I saw you?" Well, I'd be like, "Well, I got this here." Take a look at your world. Take a look what you've done to it. Take and take and take. Something's gotta give. Take it from me. Take a sec, really let it sink in. Take and take and take. Something's gotta give. Take a minute, take a walk, take advantage, take it in, take and take and take. Something's gotta give. Take a look around from 1,000 feet above the ground. Take and take and take. can you see it now? Something good is coming, I just know there is, but it's taking all I got to get through days like this. When you can take it or leave it, most people are gonna take it for granted. Take and take and take. Let's take a look at our world. Let's take a really good look what we've done to it. Take and take and take. Something had to give. Something had to give. That's the end of set number 1, friends. I'm going to be back in about 4.5 minutes. Hey, Elaine? Elaine, are you out there? Hey, Elaine? Where? Hey.
Oh, I'm here. I was just washing my hands. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Elaine's Kitchen. Well, it's not just Elaine's Kitchen. It's Elaine and Wiggis's kitchen. Say hello, Wiggis.
Hello.
Greg asked me to come and join you tonight to show you a quick recipe so that he could have a little break and take care of his business. And while he's doing that, I want to remind you that this evening we've got some business to do too. We've got Greg's PayPal and Venmo account there, and tomorrow you can start hitting up the band camp, and let's get our friend Greg Klyma some well-deserved funds coming in so he can keep on going, keeping us happy. Greg, I wish you were here with me tonight in my kitchen, giving me one of your wonderful private concerts, but this is not a time to be selfish. We are being selfless, so I'm so happy to be sharing you with all of the people tonight. Thank you for playing new Clothes for me. You know how much I love that song. And that new song, Take, oh my gosh, you really know how to write songs, my friend. All right, let's move on to the recipe. So this is something I made for a vegan wedding, and they were Canadian vegans, and apparently when they make shepherd's pie in Canada, they use some different ingredients than we do. So I want to show you how to make that real quick. It's a real easy go-to meal. I teach vegan cooking classes here in State College, where I live, where I own Webster's Bookstore Cafe, and Greg has played many times, as many other musicians do as well. So let's get to it. So down here, I've got my ingredients all set up. So I'm going to just make one in a ramekin to show you how to do this. So it's pretty simple as far as ingredients go, and I've pre-cooked most of these ahead of time, and I'll often have some of these ingredients in our kitchen refrigerator just to throw meals together. And one thing we might have a lot of is lentils. We love lentils, so just cooked brown lentils. That's going to be our base layer in this shepherd's pie. All right. So we're going to put, let's say about an inch. You technical people following along at home. And then on top of that, this is one of the Canadian ingredients they use, is creamed corn. So we're going to use our creamed corn, and we're going to put a nice layer of that. I got this right out of a can. If you are one of those wonderful people who freezes your own corn, grab some of that, blend some of it up together, and make your own creamed corn there. And then I'm going to put sun-dried tomatoes, which I have right here. I do want to break these up just a little bit. I'm not going to rehydrate them because we're going to put this all back into the oven. Honestly, you could microwave it. It's going to give them a light chop them into smaller pieces. And we're going to go on top with those. And the creamed corn kind of reconstitutes them, but they give this a delicious little boost of flavor. This is sort of our version we did for the wedding. And then on top of that, we are going to put sweet potatoes. Yes, they don't use regular potatoes, they use sweet potatoes. So I typically will, again, have cooked sweet potatoes. I like to roast them in my oven at 400 degrees, and I roast them within an inch of their life so that when I take them out, I put them in the fridge like this, and then I just go, and the skin just peels right off of them, and I use them in different recipes, which is how I got that mashed sweet potato. And then that is what goes in the oven, and we would put a little nooch on that, of course, nutritional yeast. But I wanted to bring out we would bake that in our oven. I'd go at 400 degrees for about 30 minutes, or you could put it in the microwave. I want to bring out a special ingredient, well known to all the Klyma fans out there. And right now I want a rousing round of everyone get in the car. We're going to the kale store. All right, we're going to put some kale on that as well. And that makes an amazingly tasty, nutritious, and fast, easy meal. Plop that out on a plate, and it's going to be great. So that's a little segment of Elaine's Kitchen. We're all going to get through this together. Let's make sure that we all come out together. And I hope Greg had enough time to take care of his business. And don't forget about the business that you want to take care of with our friend Greg Klyma. Bye!
Heart beats louder than the dollar, shines a light in a world gone darker, draws joy in permanent marker. Work hard, love harder. Father Time has a job to do. Punches in his time card, then he's coming for you. You pray to St. Job for that 9 to 5. You should be praying to St. Valentine. The heart beats louder than the dollar, shines a light in a world gone darker, draws joy in permanent marker. Work hard, love harder, hug your kids and call your mother. Be grateful and be kind to others. Kiss more, laugh more, just for starters. Work hard, love harder. So lost in the daily grind, you forget that there ain't no second time around. 20, 30, 40 years fly through. Suddenly you're wondering where'd your dreams get to. Heart beats louder than the dollar, shines a light in a world gone darker, draws joy in permanent marker. Work hard, love harder, hug your kids and call your mother. Be grateful and be kind to others. Kiss more, laugh more, just for starters. Work hard, love harder. What are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? Be a friend, don't be a martyr. Make mistakes, they'll make you smarter. Take your life and turn it up louder. Work hard, love harder, hug your kids and call your mother. Be grateful and be kind to others. Kiss more, laugh more, just for starters. Work hard, love harder. Work hard, love harder. Susan Cattaneo song. Susan Cattaneo is somebody that you've heard sing with me on my albums Fake Songs, Maybe the Ocean, and C&W. That's her on Reminder and Hole in a Ship and Maybe and Hallways and Beginner's Luck. Superstar Susan Cattaneo, great songwriter. Work hard, love harder. And how about it from my friend Elaine, everybody? Did you enjoy spending time with Elaine in the kitchen? I know I always do. I think that you could probably get the recipe from her if you ask her for it in the comments. I apologize. I have to confess I don't have any lentils in the house. While you were making the Canadians shepherd's pie, I made a Manhattan. Sorry. Anyway, I put a cherry in there, maraschino cherry, Luxardo. Whew. My friend Karen turned me onto the brand. Good stuff. But I did notice while you were teaching everybody about the Canadian shepherd's pie, I did notice the way you worked that one ingredient in there. Friends, we're in quarantine, isolation, shelter in place. I understand. I understand that maybe you're feeling the cabin fever. And the physical distancing, it's a challenge. It's a challenge. It's new for all of us. We're human beings, social animals. We're used to hanging out in packs. I get it. I know. In our imagination, we can go anywhere we want. And on a near daily basis, friends, I go to the kale store. Everyone get in the car. We're going to the kale store. They've got grains and granola bars. But kale's what we go there for. You could buy tofu or kombucha, a bag of goji berries, whatever suits you. But as for me, I'm going green. I'm going to the kale store. Everyone should eat more kale. It makes you healthier without fail. I tell you with confidence, it's rich in nutrients and antioxidants, vitamin K and vitamin C, beta-carotene and more. So don't delay, today's the day. We're going to the kale store. Now don't forget your cotton bag. Paper and plastic is bad, 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 bad. And any produce that you don't eat, why, you could throw it on your compost heap. I don't want to preach to you, my friends. Don't want you thinking I'm a bore. But it'd be cool if we carpool. We're going to the kale store. Everyone get in the car. We're going to the kale store. They've got grains, they've got granola bars. But kale's what we go there for. You could buy tofu or kombucha, a bag of goji berries, whatever suits you. But as for me, I'm going green. I'm going to the kale store. But as for me, I'm going green. I'm going to the kale store. Kale store. Let's go to the store. Fun, right? It is that time of the night where I need to remind you again, friends, I got the PayPal, I got the Venmo information, and 25% of the proceeds from tonight's show are going to go to Band Together Buffalo. They got a GoFundMe. They're trying to get $20,000 together to help all those musicians in Buffalo, New York. It's where I cut my musical teeth, going to Nietzsche's open mics and Broadway Joe's, and there was a bar on Forest Ave called Bourbon Street for a little while. That's where I met Tom Fenton, who taught me so much about the guitar, and on and on and on. Buffalo, New York, in my heart and soul. And tonight, 25% of the proceeds, you spend money on my band camp. I misspoke. I got ahead of myself there. You spend money in the PayPal and the Venmo, and I'm going to take 25% of that and put it into the GoFundMe for Band Together Buffalo. Buffalo, New York. You've probably heard of some musicians from Buffalo, New York. If you listened to the radio at all in the 1990s, the biggest hit on pop radio in the 90s was Iris by the Goo Goo Dolls. Goo Goo Dolls are from Buffalo, New York. And I know I got a lot of friends in the folk world. Undoubtedly, you have heard of Ani DeFranco, and perhaps you've heard her mention where she's from. If you were in Buffalo, New York in the 90s, you might have met a guy named Mike Meldrum. And if you met him, you would know that he knew Ani DeFranco. Mike Meldrum, rest in peace. He was an interesting fella, but it was basically like, "Hi, Mike, how you doing? I taught Ani DeFranco how to play guitar." Like every conversation I ever had with him, he reminded me of that. But I digress. You might have heard of this right here, right? I've screwed it up. Super Freak, Rick James. Buffalo, New York. Anyway, lots of great musicians have lived in Buffalo, New York, born in Buffalo, New York, taken it out on the road. There was a guy before all these other people came along. He moved out of Buffalo, New York too. One thing leads to another, and he ends up out in Hollywood, California. Composer. Would come up with music over here, and then they would get him in a room with a lyricist, and the lyricist would write the words and stuff. So on this auspicious occasion, Yip Harburg, the lyricist, is paired with Harold Arlen from Buffalo, New York, and they worked on a movie soundtrack, and the one song from that movie soundtrack in particular is regarded as the #1 movie soundtrack song of all time. If you don't know who Harold Arlen is, if you didn't know that he was from Buffalo, New York, I don't doubt for a second that you're familiar with his work. If you can't name it in 2 notes, I'll give you 7. All right. Somewhere over the rainbow, way up high, there's a land that I heard of once in a lullaby. Somewhere over the rainbow, skies are blue, and the dreams that you dare to dream really do come true. Someday I'll wish upon a star and wake up where the clouds are far behind me, where troubles melt like lemon drops away above the chimney tops. That's where you'll find me. Somewhere over the rainbow, bluebirds fly, birds fly over the rainbow. Why, oh then why can't birds fly. Birds fly over the rainbow. Why, oh then why can't I? If happy little bluebirds fly beyond the rainbow, why, oh why can't There's a place in the cement where you put your hands when you were 5. 16 years ago it made you giggle. Now it just chews you up inside. To think that sidewalk isn't going anywhere, that handprint is an artifact. They'll both be in this town forever, but you don't want to end up like that. There must be more to living that's coming through loud and clear. You want the end of the rainbow, that rainbow doesn't touch down here. When moonlight burns to ashes, this place just brings you down. If you can't find something to believe in here, start looking in another town. Your parents gave you freedom and affection. Your parents taught you how to make your own decisions. Hey, you're a big kid now. There won't be no going away party. You'll just pack up all your stuff. Yeah, this town's been good to you somehow, but it just isn't good enough. There must be more to living that's coming through loud and clear. You want the end of the rainbow, that rainbow doesn't touch down here. When moonlight burns to ashes, this place just brings you down. If you can't find something to believe in here, start looking in another town. So what are you waiting for? I mean, like, what is it gonna take for you to be sure? The longer that you wait, the harder it's gonna be. Just start packing, don't look back. The world is waiting for you to shout. I'm free. There must be more to living that's coming through loud and clear. You want the end of the rainbow, that rainbow doesn't touch down here. When moonlight burns to ashes, this place just brings you down. If you can't find something to believe in here, start looking in another town. Start looking in another town. All together now, looking in another town. Start looking in another town. Start looking in another town. that one by request to my buddy Paul out there in Illinois, but I'd be remiss if I didn't send it out to my friend Kara too, and Bill Poss. Bill Poss and I met over that song. Same is true for me and Kara White. I was playing that song at a bar called The Burn, and Kara comes running up to me at the end of it and she says, "That's my song! You wrote that for me!" I'm like, "Yes, I did." Let's see, what else do I have on the mighty request list sheet here? Bring it down for a second. I forgot to grab a banjo. Sorry about that, Melanie. I practiced Circular World all week, and I don't know where my banjo's at. It's not over here. Gonna play another one from, what do we got going on there? Yeah, indeed. Hey, hey. Alicia in the house. Excellent. We got a song coming up for you. Just a few. Got a few more before we get to Magruder's Daughter, but I'm going to play Magruder's Daughter tonight. My friend Linda out there in Belleville asked for this song, the final song on Never Knew Caroline. I was working on this thing, on this album, and I thought I had a lot of it ready to go, and I was like, man, I need a final song. I need a final statement. And I came up with this, and it took a lot of working on it. It took a good month or two of just chiseling away at it before I thought it was finally done. But this one here is called My Old Guitar. If you sign up for my email list, which I sure hope you will, I use MailChimp, and I send out a monthly newsletter called My Old Guitar and Me. And that's that's my best means for keeping in touch direct with you. Yeah, anyway, playing the song. Melanie, I might just like at the end run over and grab the banjo. I don't want to put the guitar down and have dead air. My old guitar and me, moonlit songs and memories. After all this time, so many near-miss rhymes. We're doing fine. My old guitar and me. Thought we'd go farther, whatever that means. There's so many ways to chase those stars. Days on the road, nights in the bars, where we got played. We can show you the scars. We've been together so long, we're family now. We know our song when it plays. See this world in different ways. I was holding you when she caught my eye, and I turned to you when she said goodbye. So on a night like this, when there's no lover's kiss, let's reminisce. We've been together so long, we're family now. We know our song when it plays. See this world in different ways. my old guitar and me. Yeah, we might have made things harder than it had to be. Still work on the songs to get 'em tight. Might even try this one tonight, if it's feeling right. And it always feels right. My old guitar. My old guitar. Send that one out to Linda tonight and anybody else who needs it. If I play a song and it sounds like the song you need tonight and I say somebody else's name, that's just because that person says, hey, could you play me that song? Look at all these Greg Klyma songs that people requested. That's awesome. I love it so much. I try to work in one or two songs that aren't on there, a couple of songs just to keep myself grounded, you know. Work hard, love harder. You know, play that kind of song just to kind of like get myself situated, you know. I thought it'd be good to play Over the Rainbow with Another Town. Why are there so many songs about rainbows? Anyway, got all these requests to get through. I'm trying my best. I got asked for this song before the last show, and I was not prepared to play it for Mike at that time because it's got a lot of words in it, and I haven't played it in years. That's what I get for recording stuff. Other people listen to it all the time. I don't listen to my stuff. Some of them I forget. I don't know hardly any of the Stone Church stuff anymore. There's half a dozen songs I still know how to play from that era of my life. And the same is true of my first couple of solo albums. But I brushed up on this thing called Chat It Up. And if you're out there in Arkansas tonight, sending this one out to you in particular, buddy. All right, let's see if I can get all the way through it. Talk, 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 roll out the red carpet for the communications age. I emailed you back about that text you sent, about that post I made on your Facebook page. Nowadays there isn't anywhere you can go where you can't reach everyone and they can't reach you. While some people thrive in this, others in self-defense simply do not chat it up like they used to. Cell phone society talk is cheap. You should see my pricing plan. I can talk to my girlfriend in town for as much as it costs me to talk to this girl in Japan. She don't speak my language, I don't speak hers. A computer chip translates as we chortle and coo. When my girl in town found out, she blew a fuse, and now we just do not chat it up like we used to. Email retrieval syndrome, Orwell was on to something. Screens casting images in everyone's room. Information superhighway, surf, Safari, help me, Rhonda. Yeah, you gotta chat me up soon. Online breeds cowardice as anyone's alias keeps them anonymous in their points of view. With capital letters, Rhonda said that I upset her, and now we just don't chat it up like we used to. Once upon a time in my neighborhood, you could see all the way down to the end of the street. Neighbors were neighborly. We sat on our porch churches. I knew all the names, they knew me. Now folks keep to themselves, all locked up in their houses. 8-foot-high fences obscuring the view. We wave to each other as we exit our driveways, but we just do not chat it up like they used to. I need a tonic for talk electronic, while others just cannot get enough of it. Indeed, my cell phone is handy, but I have this little peeve. Can I get a witness? Where's the etiquette? At movies and concerts, libraries and restaurants, they talk on a cell phone and don't have a clue. I'm told I should accept it, but I find it rude. There are some things that I just don't care to get used to. There are certain subjects you don't chat up in polite company, but all this talk about talking has me feeling quite hard. I was torn over which to pick, so I flipped the coin to decide the topic. Tails down, no politics for now. Heads up, God. Born-again Christians praying to a born-again Jew. And this one says like Abraham, he speaks with you-know-who. Well, I've read from Scripture, and I've talked to God too, but he just does not chat it up like he used to. She just does not chat it up like she used to. It does not chat it out. Send this one out to Alicia and Shannon tonight. Kicking back with a friend of mine, smoking cigarettes and drinking $2 wine. Just sitting on the front porch, watching the sunset on another day. Telling stories about the escapades and such of our youth. Now they're one life, but maybe stretching the truth just a little bit where the memory gets gray. You know, man, I'm just a little bit older now, but the life is good. There's not a lot I'd want to change, but sometimes I wish I could make my days just a little bit longer, spend the hours with my little darling, say, baby, I wanna make love to you. I hold her tight until the morning sun comes, swear my baby is second to none. Lord, Lord, life's sure been good to me. Once in a while when I'm walking around, everything goes black and I find myself down at Magruder's farm on a Saturday night, shaking in the barn with the old man's daughter. Me and her, well, now we was just kids. Man, I could go on about the things that we did, but my favorite memory, slipping off the pretty flower dress that the old man bought her. Now I never did tell her that I loved her, but I know that I should have. back on it all now, man. You know I would have if I could have made my days just a little bit longer. Spend the hours with my Gruder's daughter. Say, baby, I wanna make love to you. Lay in the hay until the morning sun comes. Whisper in her ear, you're second to none, baby. Lord, Lord, life sure been good to me. Now and again at the end of a day, I'll just sit and watch the neighborhood children play. And every once in a while, if the feeling is right, well, the moments just seem to freeze. Me and my baby sitting on a porch swing, snuggled up close, not regretting a thing. Just sipping on an iced tea and swaying in the breeze. Give her a wink and tell her with a smile, you know, if I could start my life anew, there's not a lot I'd want to change, but one thing that I'd sure like to do is make my days just a little bit longer. Spend the hours with you, little darling. Hey, baby, I want to make love to you. Hold you tight until the morning sun comes. Swear by God you're second to none, baby. Lord, Lord, life sure been good to me. Lord, Lord, life sure been good to me. Magruder's daughter, life is good. That's an old Greg Klyma song. Good gracious. I think I put that on an album in '96. Probably wrote it before that. I bet you I wrote that in '94. If I had to guess, I would say I wrote that in '94 because I remember Scott Carpenter and the Real McCoys. I've covered their song Signpost on the album Another Man's Treasure. You're welcome, Alicia. I cover that Scott Carpenter song, and you, Shannon, of course. Scott Carpenter and the Real McCoys, they were just one of my favorite bands, and they had this one song that goes, reach up over your head, spread yourself out across my bed, 'cause baby, when the sun is shining, you know. And it was always that, baby. I just wanted to do that so bad, and that's where I came up with the baby, I want to make me, that thing. So anyway, another Scott Carpenter tie-in. What am I forgetting to say? I want to remind you that at the end of the thing here at around 10 o'clock Eastern Time, 9 o'clock Central, I'm going to play the coffee and weed quarantine video tomorrow. It's not uploaded to Facebook or YouTube yet, but tomorrow I'm going to upload it to Facebook at around 10 a.m. Eastern Time, 9 a.m. Central, and I'm asking you, please, when I upload it in that first hour, I don't care if you watch the whole thing, but if you could like it, if you could share it, that would help out so much. Facebook has these algorithms, you know, and when you put something on it, if a bunch of people like it and share it in the first hour, it triggers all the algorithms, and Facebook says, hey, we got a hot one. We need to boost this one. So at 10 a.m. tomorrow Eastern Time, 9 Central, I'm going to post the quarantine video for coffee and weed, and it sure would mean a lot if you could like it, share it with friends. If you're hosting a watch party tonight, that kind of thing, share this with friends. It's very important to get it out there. And what else am I supposed to tell you about? Bandcamp is having a sale of sorts tomorrow. They're waiving their revenue share tomorrow, May 1st. Bandcamp is not going to take anything for anything they sell. So basically, the credit card needs to be processed, and after that fee, which is negligible, any money you spend. And when people buy a song or two, I get an email that says woohoo. And when they buy an album, I get an email that says cha-chang. When you buy like 2-3 albums and spend more than I'm asking for the album, I get an email that says bada boom. So the first 3 bada booms that I get tomorrow when I'm checking my emails and I'm looking through the email and I see what it's all time-stamped email, it's time-stamped. When I'm looking at the bada boom emails, the first 3 bada booms on May 1st, Elaine at Webster's Coffee House in State College, Pennsylvania, she's going to send you a pound of Webster's coffee, fair trade coffee. It's the good stuff. Bada boom. It's the first 3 bada booms. Getting some coffee, a little extra kick. Yes, indeed. I keep feeling like there's stuff I'm forgetting to tell you about. Oh, it's a little late in the game for this one, but my legal name is Gregory Francis Klyma. I got asked all through school, is that Klyma or Klyma? And in reality, it's both. S-K-I at the end of a Polish name, ski, that has a E sound on the I vowel in Polish. And so I was always asked, is that Klyma or Klyma? And the English pronunciation, the Anglo pronunciation of my name is Klyma. And I went with that. A long time ago, I changed the I to a Y, thinking that would just make people call me Klyma. And I've gotten everything. I've gotten Kylma a lot. I still get Klyma from time to time. Anyway, when you PayPal me, you'll get a thing that says you made a payment to Gregory F. Klyma. Read the credits on my albums, gosh darn it. For 25 years now, I've been putting all songs written by Gregory F. Read it. Go grab your album. It's in there. I haven't been hiding this from anybody. So when you use the PayPal, just in case it threw a couple of people off last time. Oh, here's the other thing I keep forgetting to talk about. How often should I do this? Like, I think doing it once a week would be too much. I feel like doing it once a month might not be doing it often enough. I waited 3 weeks between. Is 3 weeks too long? Is 2 weeks too much? I'm thinking 2 or 3 weeks is probably the sweet spot. When should I do another live stream? I would love some market research input right now. If you're still watching this and you've been shy about commenting, or if you've been doing the dishes and haven't been near your computer, it would mean a lot to me right now just to get some input, some feedback on the every week. To me, I'm telling you, my vote every week seems like too much. 4 weeks feels like far too long. So I've already narrowed it down in my own mind to every 2 weeks or every 3 weeks. What's the tribe feeling like? Every 2 weeks? Every 3 weeks? Every 2 weeks? Is Thursday night good? I feel like I should do one on a Tuesday afternoon just so some of my friends in Europe can watch it, live, because that's, right now they're all asleep. Anyway, got to vote for 2 weeks. See, that's what I'm talking about. That kind of participation, ladies and gentlemen. Paul Davis, you are a trailblazer. Okay, enough yapping. Travis asked for a song from Another Man's Treasure. Second to last song on the album is called Time Does Fly. Features pretty awesome high harmony by my buddy Michael Eck. And we were singing on opposite sides of the same microphone. And I was playing mandolin way up high on that song. And was it a week ago? I've lost so much track of time. But Travis posted this wonderful portrait of me on the Facebook. You should take a look and see if you can track it down. It's out there on my Facebook page, facebook.com/Social Klyma. Anyway, sending this one out to anybody who needs it tonight, but in particular by request from the Another Man's Treasure CD. This one is called Time Does Fly. Well, you work and you slave from the cradle to the grave, and the work is never done. Boss ain't around and love's out of town. Put that hammer down and have some fun. Oh, where the time go and have come back to me. Hey, my, how time does fly away. Some folks say ain't no time for play. Gotta make that money, don't you know? Make that money, yeah, they do. Then they die just like you singing. Can't take it with you when you go. Oh, when the time will it ever come back to me? Hey, my, how the time does fly away, way, away. Well, the sun was out today, and your sonny wants to play. Who's gonna say if you do? It never fails, someone tattletales. Hey, time, yeah, time will tell on you. Oh, where did time go? Will it ever come back to me? Hey, my, how the time does fly away, way, away. Oh, where did the time go? Will it ever come back to me? Hey, my, how the time does fly away, 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 away from me. Time does fly. Woo-hoo-hoo. Time is flying. Oh, my good gracious. Now, here's the thing, friends. I got a request from my friend Melanie to play a song called Circular World, and I play it on tenor banjo, and those things are tricky to tune, and I left it way over there, so I hate to, just get up and leave you. And then during the intermission, my buddy Aaron, who, if you have liked any of the fun graphics that happen on the bottom of the screen when I put the dancers up there, if you like the way the Elaine's Kitchen segment happened, big applause. Maybe give him some love in the comments. I know he would appreciate it. My buddy Aaron Sugar. Aaron walked into the Coffee Bean Cafe 20-some years ago when I was playing there with a handful of friends, and they became instant fans and instant friends, and we've known each other for 2.5 decades. And he is my main man with all this. I don't understand tech. I've got Aaron Sugar and Ryan Fitzsimmons telling me press this button, then press that button, and do this, and upload that. I'm like, I don't know anything that I'm doing. I'm just following instructions, and if anything ever breaks, I'll freak out. I was so nervous before I started tonight. I screwed up the first song so bad because I was so nervous about getting everything right. So anyway, Aaron, I know, would love it if you saw the thing that happened at the very beginning of the show tonight. In case you came in late and missed the opening credits, I'm going to share this thing with you one more time. It features a theme song orchestrated by Jeff Gaynor playing guitar, bass and drums and piano and B3 and singing lead and harmony. And it's called All Together Now. I'm going to be using this as the theme for Klyma TV here on the internet. And I'm going to play you the thing one more time so I can go grab the banjo. But you really, check this out. Sing along if you know it. All together now, gonna raise our voices, rocking out in every town. We're all together now, singing home to home, yeah. Soul to soul, we are all together now. Ain't that cool? You know why there aren't any banjos on Star Trek? 'Cause it's in the future. Oh no. Oh no. It went so out of tune. Do you know how long it takes to tune a banjo? There's got to be some new quarantine jokes about tuning banjos. no. Melanie, I can't do it. It's not cooperating. I'm sorry. I don't know what happened. I will make sure I play it next time, Melanie. I promise. Just like I promised Dick and Laura I would play You Don't Rock and Roll. I swear the next time I'll get the other one ready to go. I should have had it tuned up and ready before I started playing tonight. That's my bad. I blame myself. I practiced it too. It's tricky. I haven't played it in a while, and I practiced it, and I was psyched to play it. I do have a couple of other requests on the request list. It feels so good to like see everybody requesting Greg Klyma songs. Man, oh man. So I don't know if you're still out there watching tonight, but Doug, you asked me for this one from Never Knew Caroline. From side number 1 of my only vinyl record yet. This is called The Bastard Son. That mansion on the hill, he held back his urge to kill. Mama had a secret, not so easy to explain, and the story she told done drove her boy insane. From the time that she confessed, he made his plan to leave the West. Plans are made, plans fall through. Mice and men do what they have to do. Shot a gun before, yeah, but he knew what a gun is for. He practiced every day what he was gonna say when he pulled his Kimber and blew that man away. In an eastern seaboard town, that is where he tracked the old man down. Blood began to pool, the lights began to fade. No one warned him Daddy was so good with a blade. in a pine box on a boxcar. She had his body blessed, and her bastard son was buried in the West. In the West. In the West. Little something called The Bastard Son from Never Knew Caroline. All my albums are available on Bandcamp. If you want to buy one tonight, that's awesome. If you wait until tomorrow, Bandcamp is waiving their revenue share on Friday, May 1st, and that means a couple extra nickels in my empty pockets. Tonight, the PayPal and Venmo, when I get done playing all this stuff and I get to hang out over there and add it all up, I'm going to take 25% of the PayPal and Venmo. I don't know if any of my friends in Buffalo, New York are still watching at this crazy hour of the night, but 25% of tonight's proceeds will help the Band Together Buffalo GoFundMe. That's something I would like to do when I do these live streams. I would like to have a cause associated with each one. So if I do it every 2 weeks, if I do it every 3 weeks, the thing that'll be really important to me is to have a charitable cause. We're all in this together, ladies and gentlemen. I got greedy, empty pockets, and singer-songwriters, everybody across the country understands what's happening to musicians. But what about roadies, and what about theater friends? What about our artists' friends? It's everybody in the arts community. I at least get to do a live stream. I don't know that the sound guy at the neighborhood bar is doing any live streams, dialing it in for anybody, So it's like, if I can come up with ways to help benefit my community, I will do that with these live streams. And tonight, we are helping out the folks at Band Together Buffalo, back in my home city of Buffalo, New York. Courtney, I don't know if you're still out there or not, but you requested this one, and it's my favorite song to end shows with. That's why I saved it till the end. But tonight, when I get done playing this one, everybody, we're going to watch the quarantine video for Coffee and Weed. I've got coffee, got weed, everything that I need. First song on the C&W album's called Coffee and Weed. I bet you some of this stuff is on Spotify. If you haven't followed me on Spotify, I'm trying on some new clothes, getting hip to the new millennium with the gonna try to encourage some Spotify activity. I don't know. I've spoken out vocally against it so much, but I am of the understanding that perhaps some people will find my music there. Perhaps some people are already looking for it. So if you're a Spotify user, please follow Greg Klyma, and I think in the next month or two, we'll get the thing up and going, up to speed. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. Thanks to everybody. Aaron Sugar, Ryan Fitzsimmons, Jeff Gaynor, Elaine Wilgus, all my friends helping out behind the scenes to make awesome sauce happen. Amber's been ripping it up in the comments tonight. I sure do appreciate it when people make comments and keep the feed going. That is great. From the Fake Songs album, track 1. It's called Reminder. Starts at midnight Pacific time, so if you're waiting till midnight, you have to wait till 3 a.m. That's right. Bandcamp is on Pacific time. Sing along if you know it. All together now. There are 6,999,999,999 other people who had a date today. There are 6,999,999,999 other people just trying to make their way. Maybe I could be a little kinder. Maybe I just need a reminder. 6,999,999,999 other people just getting through their day. Peace and love are not enough. The world is so demanding. Each of us could use just a little understanding. 6,999,999,999 other people who could use a little grace. There are 6,999,999,999 other people, and you don't know what they face. And we all want things to get better, 'cause we're all in this together. 6,999,999,999 other people. Hey, we had a day today. As I walk through this wicked world, searching for light in the darkness of insanity, I ask myself, is all hope lost? Is there only pain and hatred and misery? And each time I feel like this inside, there's one thing I wanna know. What's so funny about peace, love, and understanding? Oh, what's so funny about peace, love, and understanding? Oh, what's so funny about peace, love, and understanding? If you've stayed with me this long, friends, please stick around. Got a new video to share with you. Coffee and Weed. Let's watch it together. We got the memes. Thank you. Oh, no. Please. Okay, fine. Thank you. You are awesome. No, I love you. No, huh? That's right. All right. How about it, everybody? You stuck around. Thanks for sticking it out with me until the very end of the thing. That is awesome. So there's this guy I know named Neil Eckstein, and Neil's pretty good with the computers and the sound engineering and all the cool wizardry that takes place with the technology, and I'm not. And I called him up the other day and I cried, and he said, "Don't cry, I got you." Yeah, that's the Cliff Notes version of what happened. Anyway, Guy Forsyth in Austin, Texas, played saw. Melanie Brule in Toronto, Canada, sang harmony. Ed Croft in Buffalo, New York, played doghouse bass, and I played guitar. And the first song from my C&W album is called Coffee and Weed. And we did a little quarantine version of it for you. And tomorrow I'm going to debut this thing on Facebook. I'll put it on YouTube also, but at 10 a.m. Eastern, 9 a.m. Central, it's going to be uploaded to Facebook. And it's really important that everybody likes it in that first hour. And please share it. There's a button by the video that says share. Please hit share and try to get other people to like it in that first hour. It would be so great to get over 100 likes in the first hour and ping that Facebook algorithm. So anyway, enough talking about it. I'm gonna let's see if I hit the right thing here. Where is it? Where did it go? Oh no. Oh, it's down there. All right. I needed to scroll down. See, technology throws me off. So anyway, everybody, let's watch Coffee and Weed together. Here's what we come up with. I've got coffee, got weed, everything that I need. Who needs you? I've got a new attitude and a room with a view. Who needs you? Anyone who ever fell has a tale to tell. Indeed, I do. Mine started with a kiss, and it ended like this. Who needs you? You were over the rainbow. I never believed I'd get over you. Somehow I found a way. Anyone who ever fell has a tale to tell. Indeed, I do. I've got coffee, got weed, everything that I need. Who needs you? Who needs you? Neil Eckstein edited it all together. Guy Forsyth on the saw, Melanie Brule on vocals, Ed Croft on the doghouse bass, Greg Klyma, a song from C&W. Well, I'm thinking here at the end of the show, just like if I'd played at a cafe or a bar or some theater, you know, there'd be a couple of minutes where I decompress backstage and then I'd come out and hang out with everybody. We got the comments going here. If anybody wants to chit chat, let's do that. Maybe I can, like now I can actually maybe interact with everybody because I can't play guitar and do the technology and make it all work. It's crazy. How does everybody feel about the Coffee and Weed video? Did we do good? Excellent. Yes, Melanie Brule is awesome. She has one of the most amazing voices I've ever heard in my life, and I would love to be in a band with her. That's my dream. Me and Melanie Brule, Ed Croft, Mike Kerr on guitar would be fantastic. Oh, I'm digging the positive response to that. Yeah. So tomorrow, 10 a.m. Eastern, 9 a.m. Central, I'm gonna upload it to Facebook And please like it. Please share it with people. I'll put it on YouTube also for all my friends watching out in YouTube land. It'll be on YouTube as well. I'm just saying that when it comes to like the likes and stuff on Facebook, that is like uber important that it gets liked and shared. And apparently, if you do all of that in the first hour of the video's life on the platform, it pings the algorithm and gives it legs. So I'm kind of hoping to give that thing legs, because Guy and Melanie and Ed kicked butt, and then Neil put it all together, super cool. He says to me, do some B-roll stuff, like make coffee or something. So I did all that stuff that you see. I tried to get through all the requests. I did a pretty decent job. There's a couple that I missed. What did I miss on here? I missed Never Knew Caroline. I missed 2 Degrees in Buffalo. I played that on April 9th, so I thought that maybe you'd give me a pass on that one. I didn't get around to playing Why I Oughta. I'll put out the request. I saw a couple of requests go through for playing some old honky-tonk stuff, but I was trying so hard to just get all the Greg Klyma songs that got requested into the set. So I apologize for not playing Hank Williams or Guy, whatever, Ray Price or anything. But I missed a few of the songs on that list, and I wanted to make sure that I hit all of them up pretty good. So I'll do my best with all the requests. Driver next time. I need to play Driver. A friend of mine requested that at the other show too, and I never did get around to it. When technology works, it is grand, Linda. Yes. Thank you, Kent. Bravo. I hope everybody was dancing out there. I didn't, like the last time I made what's that now? I'll pick up MDT Wave 2. I'm missing something. MDT Wave 2? Michael, could you, what's MDT? Is that something I'm supposed to know? It's probably. See you next time, Bailey. Thanks for hanging out with me tonight. Hope everybody down there in Bama is doing all right. Good people at the Sundilla concert series. Miss you all. Piper and Calliope were dancing. Oh boy, I like seeing them dance in person. I gotta get out to Denver and hang out with y'all. Maybe when all this craziness is over, I can hitchhike my way out there. In-person shows are cool, Like I really love. I gotta say, like this live streaming stuff, I love doing. I get crazy nervous before I do it, because the technology. I don't know if I'm gonna press all the buttons in the right order. I get a little freaked out, and I'm like, for an hour and a half, I'm pacing. I called Elaine. I called friends. I was texting people. I get freaked out, because it's like I gotta make sure everything goes right, and if it doesn't, I don't know how to fix it on the fly. It's not like I'm just going to be like typing some code and take care of everything. It's like if it doesn't go the way I think it's supposed to work, I'm screwed. So I'm glad that it all worked out. And I think we were on Facebook and YouTube at the same time. So that's really cool. And I love the way. How do y'all feel about the opening theme song with the the opening thing that Aaron put together? Right, getting my morning Greg and my afternoon Greg and evening Greg all in the same place at the same time. I think that was pretty fun. I wanna do more fun stuff. I added flowers to the set tonight. Did anybody notice my flowers? I went out. I had a mask. My mom sent me 2 homemade masks, and I went out wearing a mask, and I went and bought flowers, and I put them in a vase. I'm hoping. Killer theme song, thank you. Couldn't dance, I have a cat on my lap. Nice. The opening was awesome. All right. I think I would like to make, like, since this is so much like a television experience, and, like, you can go way, way back in television to Liberace, or you can get like Glenn Campbell, Johnny Cash. What was it? Carol Burnett had a show, right? Did who else had shows? Barbara Mandrell had a show, like the whole variety show thing. And there's an opening song, and there's an opening theme, and there's skits. I'd love to work out more stuff where we can do more interacting and more skits, and like have an intermission and introduce you to a friend of mine and do something fun like we did with Elaine's Kitchen tonight. I'm thinking on all of that. That was part of the reason why I needed 3 weeks between the last show and this show, was so that I could just kind of collect thoughts and organize and get some things together. You don't throw together a theme song and an opening sequence overnight. I mean, maybe Aaron could do it. He's kind of a sorcerer with this stuff. But, it's nice to have a couple of weeks to bring all the elements together. I cut my teeth on variety shows are awesome. I've been watching on YouTube. I don't know if any of you ever go down the wormhole of the Carol Burnett show on YouTube, but it's awesome. If you're looking for something to lighten the mood a little tiny bit during quarantine, I highly recommend a trip down the Carol Burnett wormhole on YouTube. Holy moly. Dean Martin and Jackie Gleason. Okay, I'll have to look some of that stuff up. Trying to catch up on some of the... Yes, indeed. Thank you, Janice. With House Party app. I don't know what House Party app is. That sounds like a whole new technology to me. Carol Burnett, yes. Right on, Anne Marie. The Carol Burnett stuff is so great. I watched something with the pail. I think it was called The Pail or The Bucket. Hilarious. I love when they get off script, which they did all the time. That's the thing that's kind of cool and scary about doing these live streams, like that opening song. I was trying to read the comments, and I was all nervous about getting the technology right. And what I wind up doing is I've played that song 100 times, and I screwed up the second verse. I jumped to the third verse. I had to start all over again. But that's what a live show is. All this perfection on television these days, it's stupid. It's fun. When you're watching old versions of the Carol Burnett show and Tim Conway starts cracking everybody up and they're laughing so hard that they can't control themselves because he's so out there off script and everybody's just dying. That stuff is precious. I love it. We should, when this is all done, let's have a Carol Burnett party. Let's all just get together at somebody's house with a big screen TV, or to hell with it. We don't even need to wait till it's all over. As long as we're standing 6 feet apart, we could there's got to be at least one drive-in theater left in America somewhere. We can rent a projector, and we can all be in our cars at a safe physical distance, and we can project reruns of the Carol Burnett show. Who wants to organize this thing? I came up with the idea. My work here is done. Now it's up to you all. Perfection is an elusive witch. I could have swore you used a different word in your email to me there, John. Yes, it is indeed, Cynthia. Exactly. You do feel like you know him personally. Thank you, Michelle. Thanks for hanging out all night long. Thank you for hosting a watch party. Thanks to anybody that hosted a watch party tonight. I can't keep track of it all, but I know my friend Michelle was hosting a watch party. I saw her promoting it on Facebook today, and that is so great. Seeing what's them catching up on some of the stuff that you're saying to one another. Sometimes they go by so fast I can't read it. Nice. There's a drive-in in Belleville. All right, everybody. Destination, Illinois. Just outside of St. Louis. I know a place we can all crash. Buffalo, New York used to have more drive-in theaters per capita than anywhere in the country. When I was growing up, I think there were still like 4 or 5 of them in operation. We would go to drive-in movies all the time. It was great. Oh, yeah, it looks like a couple of people subscribed to me on YouTube tonight. That is awesome. Please subscribe to me on YouTube. YouTube has some crazy thing where you can't use your mobile phone to live stream on YouTube until you have 1,000 subscribers, right? So it's like if I were out somewhere without all this stuff that I've got in the house and I wanted to go live on YouTube, can't unless I've got my computer and all the other stuff that I got at the house. Can't do it. I need 1,000 subscribers, and right now I'm at 267 or something. So I got it's a slopey hill that I'm climbing there. Carol is on MeTV. I don't know if I have MeTV. I'll have to see if I do. Drive-ins will come back. Yeah, I bet you drive-ins will be really popular. I bet you they'd be crazy popular right now. Holy crap, right? If there were some drive-ins open, all you do is sit in your car, bring your own snacks, charge $10 to get in or whatever, but then everybody sits in their car. Drive-ins would be cranking right now. Short-sighted to tear them all up. The one drive-in in New Jersey is closed. That's why I don't live in New Jersey, Paul. Well, that and healthcare and a lot. It's a lot of stuff, really, that keeps me from. Anyway, one of the main reasons I'm living in New Hampshire for sure is healthcare. Mitt Romney, the Republican governor, back before I moved here, and Ted Kennedy, rest in peace, the Democratic senator. They got in cahoots on healthcare before the Affordable Care Act was a thing. You had the Mitt Romney Ted Kennedy thing that happened in Massachusetts, and when I moved here in 2010, I benefit from living here because for the first time in my adult life, I have health care, which is great, by the way. I have a wonderful doctor. My friends Jay and Ted recommended Hessa Cadet, and she is wonderful. I love her. I hope she's doing okay with all this craziness that's going on. Hey, Judith and Tim, thank you so much. And by the way, I got mail from you not all that long ago. I don't know if I followed up with a text message or not, but I got mail. Thank you. See this thing I'm watching right now happening in the comments where some of you are like making connections on, hey, Northfield, like that kind of thing. I love that. There's people in the comments right now, like Elaine and Wiggis. They live in State College, and Michael Eck moved from nearby Williamsport out to Denver, but they got that PA thing in common. Like you start talking, and all of a sudden everybody's got like this thing in common. And I'm noticing Paul and Amber are connecting right now. You should all like chat it up. One of the things I love about this is how every era of my life, there's people requesting songs from the Stone Church days and the first solo albums, and I don't. You know some of my songs better than I do. Honest. There are a few songs, if you request them, I'm sorry, I probably will not get to them because I probably haven't played it in 20 years. But I'm seeing people connect, and I love that. We are all together now. It's the thing you say when you want everybody to sing along on a song, and it's the thing that happens when a bunch of friends gather in a place. And this is super cool to see everybody kind of like replying to one another's comments and making connections. Maybe someday we'll all have an opportunity to gather at some big party somewhere. I should when this is all done, I should just have a big love fest, and I'll sing Reminder, and we'll do a huge like, I don't know, barbecue or something. We'll have a drive-in movie theater installed. It'll be great. God and Moses? No. Sorry, Don. Would love to see a football game in State College. Well, I know some people you can connect with if you ever get out that way, Mr. Lorenz. Good to reconnect with you, my friend. Long time. And I think, Paul, your sister, Carol, has been liking some of my stuff on Facebook lately, and that was pretty cool to see. I kind of figured maybe you had something to do with instigating that. This is a big mug of water. These mugs are my favorite. When I was growing up in Cheektowaga, New York, there were mugs like this in my parents' house, and there were mugs like this at my grandparents' house. And my mom and dad, they don't use these mugs at all, but they're still in the cupboard. And when I go home, I'm always like using this for my hot tea and whatnot. And the last time I was home, I grabbed one. My mom was happy to be rid of it, and I am so happy to have it. It's perfect. It's a perfect mug. Greg Fest. I'm a pretty lucky guy. There's a John Lennon quote that I saw recently. It says, being honest may not get you a lot of friends, but it'll always get you the right ones. And I feel like I got the right friends. There are people that sign up for my email list and then they unsubscribe. There are people that come to my shows and then one day they just stop coming to my shows. And then there's people that I've known for 20, 25, 30 years. You know, I feel like the right people stick around, and the other people, it was nice to know them for a short period of time, and I'm sorry that you felt differently. But hey, you know, life goes on, and I feel pretty darn lucky to be who I am and who I know. Man, I wish I could have got this thing in tune. What happened there is, one string was out, and I could not, for the life of me, remember what the proper tuning of this instrument was, and then I was in the middle of playing some other song, and it reoccurred to me, like, what the bottom string is supposed to be, and it's tuned in fifths, and all this stuff. Like, I figured it out. I just figured it out late, and of course, it was just like, it wasn't going to work when I needed it to work live. I guess that's the way things go in a live show. So, C, G, so G, this should be D. That's what it should be. And then A. It's close. This one slipped again. This one too. I wonder why that is. It's kind of close enough, you know. I do count my blessings. If the world were flat, the movie'd be over by now. If the world were flat, the movie'd be over by now. But it's a circular world and the stories just keep spinning around. The sun come up, the sun gonna go back down. The sun come up, the sun gonna go back down. Hey, in a circular world where the stories just keep spinning around. Circle in the wagon, spinning round the sun. Stick a fan in your cap, call it revolution. One step forward, two steps back. You know it wasn't very long ago when folks believed the world was flat. But if the world were flat, the movie'd be over by now. The world were flat, the movie'd be over by now. Hey, it's a circular world and the stories just keep spinning around. When I was writing this song, the next lyric made me laugh so hard. It's my favorite lyric in the whole song, because I get to sing it. Jumpin' Jehoshaphat, it all makes sense to me now. Sing it with me. Jumpin' Jehoshaphat, it all makes sense to me now. Hey, in a circular world where the stories just keep spinning around. Circle in the wagon, spinning round the sun. Stick a feather in your cap, call it revolution. One step forward, two steps back. You know it wasn't very long ago when folks believed the world was flat. Big finish, here we go. If the world were flat, the movie'd be over by now. All together now. If the world were flat, the movie'd be over by now. But it's a circular world and the stories just keep spinning around. Thank you all so very much for hanging out with me tonight. Gonna figure out when to do the next one, maybe 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks. I'll try to announce it on Facebook and Twitter and Instagram and all those places. Maybe send out a special version of My Guitar and Me to the mailing list. If you're not already on my email list, please change that so I can be in direct contact with you. Facebook is not direct contact with you. My email list is direct contact with you. Thanks for hanging out late. Thanks for all the awesome comments. I got some catching up to do. probably spend the next hour of my life just reading through all this stuff. There will be another live stream. I'm going to try to figure out a cause, a charitable cause to connect with and make it happen. And, please take care of yourselves. You're not wearing masks because you're being punished. You're wearing masks to take care of you and the people that you love and people you don't even know. We're looking out for one another. That's what we do.